welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I own and operate this grocery store with my wife. We have one part-time employee now, finally. She's never going to be in the video. She's quite shy. We'll see if we can convince her one day. But before we get started, please like this video. It really helps support this small business and this channel. We're getting close to the 4,000 hour mark, so if you can please just hit that like button by now. If you're enjoying these videos, we'll really appreciate that. You know, it's one of those days. It's one of those days where it feels like a day where it's gonna be a boring day. I'm here by myself. Felicia went to work, so yeah, we had a couple people come in. I mean, you know, it keeps it entertaining, but it's gonna be a drag. You know, when you have those dry days at work, they don't end when you open a small business. You still have the same dry days, except you don't get paid. Just remember that. If you have a dry, slow day at work, you get paid by the hour. If you have a slow, dry day here, well, you don't make any money. However, look at the long-term game here. Month to month, not day by day. With any business, never day by day. It is like weighing yourself every day. It just has no end goal. You know, there's nothing you can gain by tracking yourself day by day. Everything, you know, today I'll show you the weather. It's terrible. I'm just checking if anyone's in here just because that's going to be weird. Hang on. No, we're good. It's just me and you. So yeah, month to month, you know, I know at the end of this day it's still going to be an average day. The mornings are a drag. You know, I don't know what to do with myself because I can't leave the store to stock because I have to be here. I'm alone, and if no one's in here, then I'm on my phone. But I decided to record today because, you know, why not do something productive if I have nothing else to do? So yeah, Felicia's only gone for a couple hours, so it's not terrible. I'm not complaining, I'm just telling you guys the reality. See, this is my temporary coffee bar here. I had two people come in for a cappuccino, and I couldn't find this cup right here. So I had to tell them I can't find my steeping cup. I wasn't here for 3 days, and my other employees seemed to have put it somewhere else. And it was right here. It was right there. And I couldn't find it. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. I'm going to get into the bulk of this video, but wow. Another thing, Fridays seem to be the slowest weekday of the week for me. I'm not sure it's because I'm in grocery and people are waiting till Saturday, Sunday to get their groceries for the week, or they're going out for dinner or out for lunch on Friday as they treat themselves. But Fridays definitely seem to be the worst day that we've had consistently for 2 years. I'm not sure why. People do end up coming in and spending more, but yeah. I recently did my count, and I have 872 sources of income. Now, I can't keep track of which ones are making the most money and which ones are making the least because there's so many. But I've narrowed it down to 20% of those income sources are making 80% of my money in the store. And what I mean by the 872 different income sources is there's 872 different items in here that are rotating constantly day by day to keep making me money and keep making the store money. So eventually, you know, we want to get to 1,000, 1,200, or 1,300 different income sources that actually rotate to make money. But it is going to take time to figure out exactly what people want to buy and what people pick up. There's going to be your fast sellers and your slow movers. The fast sellers give you the chance to keep buying inventory that are slow movers that you can have when people come in to buy with their fast sellers. So you want to have as many fast sellers as you possibly can in order to build up that revenue, so you can carry some slow sellers that people will come in for and still buy on top of their so-called fast sellers. You know, fast sellers for a convenience store are probably cigarettes, but you want someone to come in and pick up a bag of chips to go with those cigarettes, so you can bring up that average order. Am I able to keep track of all 872 different items in the store? Yes and no. I have to make sure that I'm picking the right product at the right time of year, at the right prices. So there's a lot that goes into building your inventory that, you know, most people that walk into your store will never think of. They'll just think of, oh, you know, they're trying to sell it. But you don't want too many slow movers, because then you'll end up with things that people don't want to buy, which end up expiring. So we keep getting interrupted, which is a good thing, because that means I have customers, but I keep losing my track of thought because I keep stopping for the customers. You know, good problem to have, but also I want to finish up this, you know, video and keep this thing flowing well. You know, I keep jumping around from topic to topic, but what I'm getting at is your inventory, as long as you can pick inventory that moves for your store, that's 90% of the battle in retail. You need to have things people want. You need to build from a $3 sale to a $20 sale. You need to have the repeat customers that come in for the same thing, but then will pick up new things as they, you know, get familiarized with your store. You know, someone will come in for bananas day in and day out, but you have to turn that customer who comes in just for bananas into a customer who buys bananas and onions. Then from bananas and onions to bananas, onions, and celery. And then for your store, it may be, you know, they always come for the same bag of chips, but now they grab chips, pop, and guess what? Now they're picking up a pack of eggs. So you really want to build that average sale from 5, 10 to 15 to hopefully 20 bucks. In a small store, you know, it's hard to have people always spending $20 when you're supposed to be for convenience, or, you know, you're a smaller store that only carries niche items. So that average $20 sale is where I want to be at. Maybe you are aiming for a $10 average sale, but I'm telling you, when you only have 50 customers or 60, 70 customers sometimes, you know, you want to build that average sale. So you don't have to have 150 people in here a day to make a good amount of sales at the end of the day. All right, that's why I started with maybe 200 items. Now we're at about 872, because I know that the more stuff I have in here that people want, the more my average sale goes up, the more the bottom line is a little bit healthier. Eventually, the more inventory you get with food, the more waste you're going to have, and you need to balance out that waste by repurposing it into other items that can make you more money. You know, fruit salads, banana breads, avocados that go bad need to become guacamole, berries that go bad need to become jam. And that's why we have my mom here.
Yeah, the stupid lady.
She's a repurposer. That's what she does. She cuts things into stir fries, she makes guacamole, she makes jam. You can't just keep throwing things out, because you will end up losing too much money. So as your inventory grows, you're going to have more waste, just naturally with food. That's just what happens. And eventually you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do with that waste. You will throw things out, but you will need to find other methods of repurposing it to make more money, to cut down your losses. There's some customers up front, so I hope you can hear me, and I don't want to talk too loud to make people feel awkward. But, you know, people are coming in for certain things, a few things, and if you don't have them, they're not coming back. So essentially, the more inventory you have, the more people you should draw in, because they know you have the certain products that they want. Everybody wants something different. Everybody wants something different on a different day. So essentially, the inventory keeps people coming in. We're not recording. Okay, our number one seller in the bulk and potatoes of this store, and what it originally supposed to be, produce is our top seller. It always probably will be. That's the main staple of this store. We surrounded it with other products that sell very well. Okay, another thing that really took off for us was the keto diet. So all of our keto baked goods, keto pizzas, keto meals really sell very well. And we paired them with, well, they're not related, but the vegan diet. So vegan cheeses, vegan meals, vegan yogurts, all vegan snacks. Those are our number 2 top sellers. So produce, keto, and vegan are our top 3 sellers by far. And I'd say number 4, and this encompasses everything like general grocery, snacks, pastas, soup mixes, peanuts, almonds, all dry goods, things like that. Coffee is really big here at our store. So grocery would be number 4. Honestly, it takes up so much space and you have to have such a variety of it, but it still is number 4 on our top sellers of our 872 income streams. And then prep meals comes in at number 5. This is for our lunch crowd, chicken wraps, chicken parm, all prep meals from restaurants that we work with that leave their meals cold and people go back to their offices and heat them up. I include all of our drinks like kombuchas, iced teas, pop, water, all in prep meals, and that is our probably top 5 best-selling items in this store. This I really want to build up. Prep meals, we're really trying to get good suggestions from you guys and take some feedback on what you buy as a prep meal. Currently we're doing a lot of like macaroni salads, cold wraps, sandwiches, ready to go chicken parm, stuff like that. But we're really looking to expand that line and really see what you guys, the consumer, would pick up at a small store for lunch if you had something available like this. Today did end up turning actually pretty good. Customer-wise, sales-wise, things are rotating well. Well, every time I have to work this store on my own, I swear to God, it is one of the busiest days. Maybe it feels that way because I'm alone, but all at once I had 2 deliveries. The phone was ringing nonstop. People were asking questions. I had to put things on the shelves from those deliveries that were waiting in the hallway because they're perishable, and I can't leave the store with people in it, so I have to do it in between customers. And on top of that, I swear to God, the health inspector walks in and I have to start answering her questions, talking to her, making sure everything's in order. Then we fill out a bunch of forms together while I have customers. So it was one of those days that is very frustrating because everything happens at once, and when there's 3 people working here, it's slow and no one's around. When I'm by myself, I get hit with 10 things to do all at once, on top of the other 10 things I already had to do in order to, keep this place at the top of its game. So yeah, not a bad day by any means, just very, very stressful, and there was no one else to work here, so yeah, it made it even worse. So yes, the 872 income streams are every single one of my products that I spent counting, seeing how many products I actually have in order to make this video. Not too many people would do that. I'm sure maybe other retailers try to figure out how many products they're actually trying to sell. I don't think they'll call it each one an income stream. I'm just kind of weird like that. But it was worth it for this video, just to see how many things I have, and then maybe in a year from now I'll do the exact same video and maybe we'll be over 1,000 different income streams. Yes, I know in the general scheme of things, this place is only one income stream for my life. I do want to build on 2 other ones, the real estate income stream to kind of have a passive income one day, and the YouTube income stream that I'm building with this channel. So thank you for liking and subscribing. Yeah. By no means is this going to be 100% accurate. I'm sure there's maybe a 20 to 30 gap that I've missed of products that I didn't count or miscalculated. So maybe we're at 900, maybe we're at 850, but in general I'm saying around 872 because that's what I counted. Certain things sell and certain things come in. It's all in a rotation. That's the way it has to be with food. You don't want to see the same things too long because then you'll be throwing them out instead of moving them out the door for money. I also wanted to ask you guys a question. For the people that are watching this, which business do you own? Which business have you owned? And which businesses do you wish to own in the future? I'm talking more, small business like cafes, restaurants, stands. Someone recently mentioned they owned a popcorn stand, I believe. That's kind of interesting. Or small retail shops like this, little grocery stores like this. Which shops and businesses do you guys own? Which ones do you want to own? Because in a way, it is all very, very similar in how we have to deal with customers and how we have to keep track of all of our inventory, how you own and operate this business, how we do tax is the same. So that's who I'm trying to connect with these videos. I'm trying to connect with those people who are self-employed and trying to build something from the ground up. You know, maybe you're already there, maybe you're going to be there, and all the best to your future. So thank you for watching this video. It's been a very interesting day working at my own store by myself. There was boring times, and then there's times that there's just non-stop people, non-stop, and I can't record. So these videos will be jumbled up a little bit because people will come in, then I'll have to stop, then people will come in, then I'll have to stop, then I'll have a few clips where I talk, and then people will come in. So yeah, so if they don't flow, if this video doesn't flow 100%, you should still be hitting that like button for me, okay? Thank you, good night to you, and thanks for watching this video on my 872 different income streams, and more to come. Let's get to 1800 by next year.